Hi, I'm Steve McCann from PhillyGayCalendar.com, and we're here with Jake Jaxson. Welcome to Philadelphia.
Thank you. I love Philadelphia.
You've come back here before, haven't you?
Many times. I mean, I've been to QFest several times, and I like going to the museums here. It's just a beautiful city.
And what we want to talk to you tonight about is a little bit about your adventure recently with some of the news that's been going on with the NSA spying and Edward Snowden. So, I don't know if you could touch a little bit about that.
Well, I mean, I was sort of, I'm in it on a very, 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 sort of, out of the realm of it. But, my ex-business partner was Glenn Greenwald, and, he was the reporter that broke the story. And basically, we were business partners for what, I don't know, almost 8 years. And some of the things that we did a part of our company was we owned several adult sites. And so what happened was, several smear campaigns, try to attach him to those past business ventures. And as a result, I sort of, was in the story and my name was put out there. And at that time, I wasn't out as an adult filmmaker to my parents or to my family. And, it just was, very, very trippy because before I know it, I was dropped into sort of a center of a smear campaign against someone who's sort of the center of a NSA spying thing. So that's kind of the start of it. So
how does your family take it when they finally found out through all of this that you worked in the adult industry?
Well, I mean, it's still an ongoing discussion. They're very religious, and I grew up, in a Southern religious household. So part of, what I did is, because during the whole time that people were trying to sort of get to understand what Glenn's business was, I just wasn't commenting. I wasn't making any comments about it. And I finally, there were so many people calling and trying to get to it, and, in so many bizarre ways. And not in a way of trying to understand the story, just like really trying to use it to destroy him in some kind of way. So I published an essay on my blog called I Am Jake Jaxson, in which I sort of described that, the reason why I don't want my name attached to it is because it's not my name, it's a gift to me by my father because I was adopted. So, I just had a lot of, feelings attached to it, so I didn't, but here I am.
Do you feel that in 2013, having your name associated with the adult industry has less stigma than it has in the past?
Yeah, I do. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I have no problem, now, being out in front of it. I mean, it's kind of like, I kind of feel like the adult industry is kind of like, it's going through sort of a renaissance, almost like Vegas did, when it was getting rid of the mobsters and was sort of being taken over by entrepreneurs. It's the same thing. I mean, like any industry, there's bad apples, but on a whole, the adult industry is run by people who are creative and entrepreneurial and are looking at things differently than, say, 5, 10, 20 years ago. So, and also, it's like the tide is changing too. I mean, people don't see it as such a stigma thing. I mean, most people are videotaping themselves anyway and putting it up on the internet or sending it out or whatever. So I think people kind of that's now kind of attaching themselves to a kind of a fantasy.
Have you been in contact with Glenn since the incident?
Yeah, I mean, he was very, very upfront with me. He said, look, there's some reporters that are doing some stories, and, this is what they're connecting the dots on, and you're free to discuss as you wish, but, know that that's what's happening. And, I said, look, I'm not interested in talking, but, that's that. But when I did write my essay and I sent it to him, he was, overwhelmed and, said it was very powerful and thanked me for it.
Well, it's a very interesting story. We appreciate you talking to us about it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for the time.